Welcome everyone. I wanted to make a video on 335 Lab, the Mad Lib loops. And the reason why I want to make it is because Zybooks can do some funny things when it grades, and your grade for the assignment is going to directly come from Zybooks, or it used to come from the instructor, and the instructor put it in. So we have to go by Zybooks rules, which for some reason don't allow you to do a C out before a prompt, and which would be actually the prompt and the C out before the input. So let's take a look here. And what we have to do is Mad Libs are activities that have a person provide various words which are used to complete a short story in unexpected, hopefully funny ways. So you're going to write a program that takes a string and an integer as input and outputs a sentence using the input values as shown in the example, and you're going to keep doing it until the user inputs the string as quit in here. So you have apples and 5, so it prints apples and 5. You have shoes and 2, prints 2. Then you have quit. Notice that it does print 0 as well. That's the way they want to do it, and that's okay. So let's just go and look at how we're going to set it up. So we have it set where we're using IOString and string, and we want to set up the main, return using namespace. So kind of the standard stuff in here. So the very first thing we need to do is declare a string, and I'll just call it item. And you can call it whatever you want. And then what I'm going to do here is going to declare an integer, and I'll call it quantity. So far, nothing really exciting. So normally you would go see out what is item, or enter quit to exit. And what would happen there if you did this, Zybooks will mark you off. Why they do that, I do not know. So I'm going to delete those in a minute. So the next thing is we need to get the item. And then you would do enter the quantity. And you would then get the quantity. So again, nothing really exciting. So what we need to do here is remove these, because if we do, Zybooks will mark you off. It does not like prompts. If you'd want to use the prompts, just make sure that you comment them out. So that takes care of this. I'm going to delete them at the end. So now we have our choice. We need to do a while loop or a do while loop. I'm going to do the do while loop first. But Zybooks doesn't like to do while loop, so we're going to do the while loop. Now the disadvantage of a while loop is we have to have this initial C in and C out quantity in here before we get into the loop. So if I were to do the do and then while, and I would put item does not equal, don't forget quit in here. So we would keep doing this, and we would put in our C in item here, and we would do our C in quantity. But we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it with the while loop. So let's get rid of this, and we'll do while item does not quit. And then we will end this here. And of course, if I could spell while, that would be good. Do this one more time. Now remember, if you're doing a do while loop, you need to put the semicolon here because the while comes in. If you're just doing a while loop, you don't. And notice the little red line here. That means I did not put a semicolon here. So once we do it, it's going to disappear. So all you need to do is check to see if it is quit. If it is quit, then it's not going to process it in there. And then if it is quit, if it is not, if it's in the loop, you're going to put your output here. And then what will happen is it will then print out the number, the quantity, and it will print out either the quantity or 0 in here. Whatever's going to happen here, you're done. Everything should work. So give it a try. Let me know if this is helpful or not. A comment would be really helpful in here. Again, I did this on the fly. I wanted to do something different than my previous video, which went into a lot more detail. But I thought this would be a very simple way to get it started. And if you have any questions, please feel free. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.